Hi everybody, it's Gina Bell from East Coast Mummy back with 5 fantastic Easter DIYs using dollar store supplies. Today I'm sharing DIYs that use traditional Easter pastel colors, but also I have some more neutral options. So let's get started. The first one is really simple. It uses some paint from the dollar store as well as these little wooden eggs that I found. I just chose colors that I liked and I painted all the eggs with the colors. I did 3 pink, 3 purple, 3 blue, and 3 green, but you can choose whatever you like. While the eggs that you painted are drying, you can get your picture frame ready. I thought about using the glass as the front, but then I decided to use the back as the front in case I wanted to use the frame at another time. So I took this contact paper from the dollar store and I cut it out to fit the back of the frame. Then I just peeled the back off and stuck it on to the frame. I like working with this because you can peel it up and put it back on, but you could use scrapbook paper if you can't find this, but I just thought this was an easy option. I use my little squeegee to get rid of all the air bubbles, and then I put the frame back together. Once the frame is back together and the eggs are all dry, you can start gluing them onto the picture. I laid mine all out first to make sure that they were spaced out the way that I wanted them, and then I used a little Mod Podge on the back to glue them on. I thought Mod Podge was a good choice because it sticks it on and it will dry clear. And here is the final result. Next up is a makeover of the little clay pots that you can find everywhere. I picked mine up at the dollar store and I painted them with my white chalk paint. You can use regular dollar store craft paint, but you'll have to do more coats. I like the chalk paint because it gives really good coverage. While the pots are drying, grab these large eggs that you can find at Dollarama and put a little bit of glue on the top and some thick jute twine and start wrapping it around. I secure mine every once in a while with some hot glue just to make sure it stays in place, but you don't have to do it for every wrap, and just keep wrapping and wrapping until it's covered. The bottom, you have to use quite a bit of glue to make it stick and keep it secure. And then you'll just cut off the end. These eggs fit perfectly inside these pots once the twine is on. So if you're looking for size, that is the size that you're looking for. Then just to give it a cleaner look, you can grab a lighter and carefully burn off all those little loose threads and glue strings. So then you grab your pots and tape off the top because you want to protect the paint on the bottom. You want to keep it white, and you're going to paint the top rim of each of the pots a different color. I used blue and green and pink. You'll see later on that I decided that this blue was too dark and I added a little bit of white to it to make it a little lighter, but you'll get the idea. So you can choose whatever colors you like, but I like the blue and the pink and the green, the traditional like pastel colors of Easter. When the paint is dry, pull off the tape, which I always find highly satisfying, and you'll get a nice clean line. pop in your Easter eggs. I put them in a little tray with some dollar store eggs. I also added a little plaid ribbon and a little wooden embellishment to the front of the middle egg. You can leave the eggs plain or you can embellish them however you like, but I think this is super cute. Next up is a more neutral farmhouse piece of Easter decor. I took this wooden canvas from dollar store and I flipped it over so that I could use the outside part as a little frame. I painted it with watered down brown paint, but if you wanted to use stain, you can. I like the watered down brown paint because it's really easy. It gives you kind of a stained look, but without the mess and the smell. So you can do whatever you like, but I just painted the frame with this watered down brown paint mixture, and I painted the back too, just to give it a finished look. Then I grabbed some white chalk paint and I painted the inside. I didn't tape mine off, but you can if you like. Then I took these little tiny carrots from dollar store, which I think are totally adorable. I laid them out in the pattern that I wanted, and then I started to glue them on. I put 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and this is how it turned out. I think this is a great piece of neutral farmhouse decor, and I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think. I think this might be my favorite DIY in this video. I grabbed one of these candle stick holders from the dollar store and one of their plastic cloches. I don't know if that's how you say it. You can let me know. I took my white chalk paint and I painted the candle holder. The gold doesn't really go with my decor. I think I did 2 coats, but the chalk paint covers really well, so I probably could have gotten away with 1, but I did 2 just to make sure that it was nice and covered. Then I needed something to go inside my cloche, so I took these dollar store carrots, the large ones, which I absolutely love, and I glued them together and tied them with a bit of twine. Then I found this little bunny wooden thing that I painted white. It was from the dollar store too. It came in a large pack of wooden things. I added a little twine bow and that was ready to go. I popped it inside. I think I secured it with a little bit of hot glue too later on. Put the top on, and this is how it turned out. I just love the simplicity of this one. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and you would never know that it came from the dollar store. Next up is a makeover of these cute plastic eggs from the dollar store. I decided to cover them with jute twine. I started by putting some hot glue on the base of one of the ears, and then I started wrapping the twine around the ear to completely cover it, securing it with hot glue as I went. I used lots of glue at the top just to make sure that none of the plastic showed through, and then I started wrapping down to completely cover the ear and end up at the base of the ear. Then I did the other ear, as you can see, starting at the base again and wrapping up until both ears were covered. Then I started to cover the entire egg with the twine, securing with hot glue and just wrapping and wrapping until it was all covered. At the bottom, I just kind of used some hot glue, twirled the twine around and cut it off. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy at the bottom because you'll see in a minute we are going to put it inside an egg holder that I also found at the dollar store. Now it's time to put a little bit of hot glue inside this egg holder that I found at the dollar store and secure the little twine wrapped bunny in place. And then I made a little face for my bunny. I used a little hot glue to add on some googly eyes, a little pink nose, and a couple of white pom-poms just to finish off his little face. You can leave it as it is, or you can grab a Sharpie or some paint and draw a little mouth and some whiskers, which is what I did. I also grabbed a bit of craft paint and painted a little bit of pink inside his little ears. And that was it. I think this is super cute. It would be great on a tiered tray, and kids would like to help make this one too. Here's another look at all 5 of the projects that we did today. I'm really happy with how they turned out. I think they're all super cute. They look high-end, and you'd never know you made them with things from the dollar store. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Really helps my channel. And to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and the bell. See you next time. Bye.